Let me tell you a quick story. I married this amazing man. I call him handsome, you call him Yardley. And he went to London for business. And I said to him, while you're there, I heard there's this business expo. You should go. I want you to go and see what you find. And I also knew Richard Branson was speaking. I said, go look, hear from him. It'd be great for you to learn. It'll be wonderful. And right after Richard came Raymond Aaron, this gentleman. And Yardley hears him speak, and he is just blown away excited. He's like, oh my God, this guy is so awesome. He's a New York Times bestselling author 10 times. He's been helping people. He's been speaking all over the world. And for 40 years, he's been over 5,000 speeches in 5 continents. He's wrote 142 books. I bet you haven't, if you haven't even written one, you're going, the pain of doing one. Can you imagine 142? He's branding small businesses for Dummies, double your income doing what you love, a New York Times best-selling author for Chicken Soup for the Parent Soul, and the Canadian bestseller for Chicken Soup for the Canadian Soul. He is amazing. So Yardley calls me and he goes, Lisa, he's got this program. I really want to buy this for you. And I'm like, well, I don't know who he is, handsome. And he goes, well, he's really great. And they have this platinum program. And my husband knows I'm addicted to buying education. So it's like, well, what is the program? And Raymond goes, let me talk to her. So he gets on the phone. Well, long story short, he's this amazing man. I've had the privilege of not only working with him, and he wrote the foreword on my book. He wrote the foreword on my book, and we've shared the same stages together, which has been amazing while we travel and speak. I want you to meet my friend, Mr. Raymond Aaron. Hello there.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here, and that was a wonderful kerfluffle. That was a lot of fun.
No problem. I'm here now.
Awesome.
I'm here now, and I'm honored to be here.
Oh, and I'm honored to have you. I remember when we were both speaking in California and we got to spend more time together, and it was such a pleasure to see your mastery and what you do. And I have some great questions that not just from me, other people asked me to ask you. So I'm going to start with asking you a really big one. Ready? What's the secret recipe to becoming a New York Times bestseller?
Well, in the nonfiction world, it's very difficult. I was fortunate. I knew Jack Canfield, and he trusted me, and he gave me the permission to be a Chicken Soup for the Soul author, and that's what did it. So I hitched my wagon to a strong horse.
And that's great advice. That's totally great advice. What are the best practices if you don't know someone to actually get there?
Yeah, that's not what you should do. You should not, no, I'm serious. You should not try to be a New York Times bestseller. You should not try to sell 1 million copies. You should not try to get Oprah to write your foreword. That's all false. Here's what's true. You don't make your money in the nonfiction world by selling books. That's not how you make your money. You make your money when the book sells you. Mm-hmm. So let's say you're a realtor. And well, here's what happened to me. I was I was at a party with 2 other realtors on my very first day as a realtor. I just passed the final exam, and they had just won all kinds of awards. So they knew everything and I knew nothing. So I was chatting with them to learn. And a lady behind me said, I think I'll sell my home. And so the 3 of us turned around, and one of the realtors who knew everything said, list with me, I'm a realtor. And the other realtor who knew everything said, list with me, I'm a realtor. And I said, I wrote the book on real estate, and she listed with me. I knew nothing. I knew nothing and made $40,000 commission in a couple months. They knew everything and made nothing because I was branded. You make money in the nonfiction world when the book sells you, when people become patients of your dental service, when people decide to buy earrings from you or anything. They will buy from you if you are distinguished by having written a book. But selling the book is small potatoes. Don't try to sell 1 million copies. If you want to sell 1 million copies, you better have $1 million cash in the bank account in order to buy advertising, in order to buy placement in bookstores. It's just not worth it.
So as you know, I'm one of your fans and students. And one of the things I loved about what you taught me is kind of like your book is your hook, but also the fact that, right?
That's a good line. I like that. Your book is your hook. Very good.
Yeah. But the thing that was also important is the credibility of who you are, and it's a calling card. Like no one's ever going to throw away a book. You know, you give them a business card, they're going to throw it away. You give them a book. It's like, well, I'm going to put it on my shelf. Now you have real estate on someone's shelf sitting there with your book. And I think a lot of people don't understand the power of that, you know. And the other thing, like you talk about, you know, branding for dummies and stuff. What are some things right now with all the noise? Because a lot of noise out there, you know. Before, we didn't have that before the pandemic, in the sense that we were on stages and talking to people at events and doing different things. We did some things online, but now everybody, it's like the ants just herd it in. Everybody's there. How do you kind of push it away to be seen and heard and to be noticed?
Okay. There's one way to stand out. There's one way to stop drowning in the sea of sameness. There's one way to climb up onto the island of individuality so that you can float effortlessly for the rest of your life down the river of relevant differentiation. And that is, you need to write a book. But I'm not here to sell books. Or not here to sell book writing. I just want you to know that when you stand out, then people come to you. They respect you. They want you to coach them. Like if you haven't written a book, then I don't want to be rude, but you're like just a nobody. You're the same as everybody else. If you're a dentist, you're the same as all other dentists. If you're a cook, you're the same as all other chefs. You just don't stand out. But when you've written a book, people salute you. They want you to coach them. They're willing to buy your time for an awful lot of money. But before that, they aren't.
So I think it's very interesting is that there's actually statistics. So I can just give people perspective. There are statistics that people who write books, some of them never sell more than 100, but they'll make hundreds of thousands of dollars from it. And
that's right.
And people don't understand that's when they wrote the book on it. That's the credibility to get them on the stage. That's the credibility to put them in front of the ideal client who's looking for what they have. That's the credibility that they might not have had before. And a lot of people would think, well, I need to do all these other things when it can be done by social proof of a book.
Right. And I want to talk about something else besides book writing that's critically important. But I want to talk right now because your listeners are frightened. They don't know what's going to happen. And they're hoping that the lockdown is going to end. But the post-lockdown era is not going to be the same as the pre-lockdown era. Mm-hmm. And I've gathered together a few businesses that will go down and a few businesses that will go up, because I want your listeners to be really aware of this. So can I go into that right now?
Sure, absolutely. I think it's important for people to know what's available for them.
Okay, so let's talk about the bad news first. A business that will go down horribly is retail. We all know that, but listen carefully. Neiman Marcus went bankrupt. J.C. Penney went bankrupt. You might say, well, so what? So a few shareholders get hurt and a few employees lose their job. But it's worse than that, because those stores were anchor stores for 1,000 malls around the world. That means all the little stores in the mall are not going to get as much foot traffic, not going to get as much purchases. Therefore, they can't pay their rent. Malls will be going bankrupt and owners of malls will be going bankrupt. Furthermore, when you're locked down for 90 days and you're the owner of a company and you can't get into your office, and you are able to thrive without an office, then when your lease expires, you're going to say, screw this, why have an office if I was able to thrive without an office? And so office buildings are going to fall in value because either the tenant has learned how to run a business without an office or the tenant's gone bankrupt. Either way, office buildings are going down and retail is going down and amusement parks are going down. There's all kinds of indication that even when mighty Disney reopens, they're going to have only 1/10 of the amount of traffic because of the law. The law won't allow, let's say they had 1 million customers at any one moment. I don't know how many. Let's just say 1 million. Well, in the future, they're only going to be allowed 10,000 or 100,000. And so their revenue is going to collapse. All the amusement parks, all of the stadiums for sports, they are all going to go way, way, way down. And in fact, the leagues might themselves go bankrupt. But this is not bad news. I want to talk about good news. There's many businesses that are going down. For example, one of my dearest friends is a hairdresser, and in the province of Ontario, they passed this unbearably stupid law. Some moron civil servants on salary to the government who don't know anything about business passed a rule that when hairdressing salons reopen, they're not allowed to do blow drying. Well, that's their business. You're going to send women out with wet hair in the middle of winter? And so government employees who've never run a business and who may not know anything about the business they're making rules for are making up these rules that then businessmen have to live with. It's crazy. So that's what's going down. Here's what's going up. Here's what's going up. Listen carefully. Courier services are going up because it takes 21 days to create a habit, and we've been locked down for more than 90 days. So people used to spend 90% of their shopping in stores and 10% of their shopping online. Now they have to spend 100% of their shopping online. When the lockdown is over, they're not going to go back. They're not going to go back. Courier services are exploding. If you want to start a business, start a courier service. Number 2, if you want to start a business, start an online business, because multiple of 100 times people are going to be shopping online, and they're going to shop, of course, on Amazon, but also anywhere else they can find. So start an online business, start a courier service. And the third one that is skyrocketing is network marketing. Like never before. The major network marketing companies that I follow that have been around for about 30 years, I know they're good companies. In 30 years, their best month of all time was March. And then in April, they were roughly 25% higher. I don't mean 25% higher from a year ago. I mean 25% higher from a month ago. 25% increase in a year is spectacular. 25% increase in a month is unheard of for a company that's been around for 30 years. So I've just joined a network marketing company. Others that I know are joining like crazy because especially the health-oriented network marketing companies, the ones that help you with long-distance phone calls or something, no big deal. But the ones in which the product is about health and there's an income opportunity, they are skyrocketing. And so I've joined it. I'm making more money than I've ever dreamed of, and I've only been in it for 32 days. 32 days, and my income is super high just from that start. And so office is going down, retail is going down, amusement is going down, and going up is courier, online, and network marketing. Because for a few $100s, you can get into business and you have no employees. You just talk to people and use the wonderful products. It's incredible. This opportunity is unbelievable. And I just want to say one more thing, Lisa. Everybody thinks that the worst calamity was the Great Depression, 1929 to 1939. But if you look at the New York Stock Exchange, at the Dow Jones Industrial Average of the 30 biggest stocks, almost half of them started business during the Great Depression. Just because this is, quote, a bad time doesn't mean it's a bad time. This is the greatest opportunity of all time. This is unbelievable. There's never been a time in which the entire world has been hurt. Never, ever, ever. And I want to tell you a quote, my favorite quote is from the crazy fighter Mike Tyson. He said, "Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face." And the entire world just got punched in the face. I mean, even the Second World War, with the atrocities of the Second World War, it was Europe and a little bit of Asia. It wasn't the whole world. Even the Great Plague of the 1300s that killed a third of Europe was just Europe. It wasn't the whole world. This is the first time the whole world has been punched in the face, and network marketing, courier services, and online are skyrocketing.
Yeah. And it's true. I think that a lot of the things people don't realize is we're in a winter economy, and where a lot of people are still buying, they're still spending money, they're just doing it differently. People looking for more guarantees and diversity in what they're doing. And I agree with you that where we are now is huge opportunity, whether it be in the stock market, investing, or other things. There's a lot of industries that are benefiting. Just so you know, Raymond, I've been in direct sales in network marketing industry for 27 years. My husband and I have made millions of dollars in the industry, and we were able to retire because of it. So I'm a big fan. And this that we do is really because I get to do what I love doing. And there's opportunities out there with 40 million people unemployed. 1 in 6 businesses are going out. I think that what's important for people is to be open and look for what's their next big thing, but also find out what really will pull them. And I say pull them because there's a lot of things out there and they're not all good. And you have to find out what's right for you. And some people are saying, what's network marketing? Network marketing is like, it's direct sales, is where you're selling a specific product or service to people and you get paid commissions for doing it. And you also can build network organizations that are doing it where you're vested with each other. And it's actually like what you do every day. The difference is you refer a good movie to someone goes to the movie, you don't get paid. Here you refer a good product, somebody buys the product, you get paid. That's network marketing. And it's just another thing there, because I'm seeing the questions coming up.
Can I give everyone a gift?
Yeah, I have a couple questions for you first. Can I just ask them first?
Sure.
Okay. So one of the things that you had talked about, I'm going to bring you back because of some of the things you have in your bio, was secrets to branding, doubling your income and wealth. And I was curious to what were your ideas for doubling your income and wealth in this economy?
Just catch what's going up. I've already told you what's going up is courier services, online marketing, and network marketing. If you grab onto that, it's like you're a sailboat going towards where the wind wants to take you.
Awesome.
When you try to go against the wind, it's a tough life. Like if you have an amusement park, you're going to have a tough life. But if you open up a network marketing company, a courier service, or an internet marketing company, the wind is under your wings and pushes you. So if you have a little bit of ability, let's say in network marketing, you'll suddenly have a lot of ability in this market because everybody is joining network marketing right now, especially the health-oriented ones.
I've heard that a lot from some other people too. So what is your giveaway for our audience?
You won't believe it. You won't believe it. But because I'm sitting at home and I'm not traveling, I'm going to do something shocking. I charge an awful lot. I charge $50,000 US for coaching, but I'm going to give your listeners coaching for free from me personally. And all they have to do is go to this website. Hopefully you can put it up on the screen. Aaron.com/Raymond will coach me.
Okay. They're going to do it in the chat. They're going to be putting it in the chat for you. Okay. Aaron.com/Raymond will coach me.
Yes, Aaron.aaron. Aaron.com/Raymond will coach me. There's no trick and there's no limit. Like if we talk for an hour, great. If we talk for only 10 minutes, great. I would love to help you. I've known Lisa and Yardley for a long, long time. And I'm not going to say anything about Yardley, but Lisa gets younger and more gorgeous. I can't believe it. I can't wait to see her in 10 years. She'll be even younger. And so I love them. I published her book. I wrote the foreword for her book. And out of respect, I had got my staff together and I said, what can we do that'll totally blow everybody away? And free coaching. Aaron.com/Raymond will coach me. No strings attached, no charge. And I will coach you. Whatever you want, I will coach you.
Awesome. Awesome. I want to thank you, Raymond, and also say that you're going to be coming back and joining us for the mastermind, where we have another guest that we'll be doing for the Entrepreneurs Thrive Challenge. So please stay with us, as we'll have another guest joining us shortly. And again, right now we are giving away some more free gifts. So make sure that you take a picture of us here, that you take a picture of you watching us. There you go, watching us. And make sure you hashtag Raymond's name and mine, Elise Lieberman-Wang and Raymond Aaron. Also help businesses thrive, as well as Find to Fab. We'll be looking for you on social media. As you saw, we've already been finding winners, and we'll be announcing other big winners as well later today. So thank you, and Aaron, thank you. I love you, and I look forward to having you back on the challenge when we go and help some more.
I can't wait, and I'm happy to coach your listeners just to be nice to you.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. Okay. Wonderful.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so we have more coming. Whatever your takeaways were, I want to hear them. I want to hear all about what you took away from Raymond. Are you going to go write a book? Are you going to go look for a business? What are you going to do? I think that's going to be really fun to learn more about that and see what action you decide to take. So it's really funny because I didn't just write one book. I wrote one book, Find to Fab. And I actually want to give something away right now. Here, go get my book for free. Find to Fab is helping people go from how I used to feel, which was effed up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional, to fabulous, awesome, beautiful. And this is 7 secrets of a successful woman's journey away from depression, disordered eating, and self-sabotage. And you go, what does that have to do with business? Everything. If you listened earlier when Maggie was talking about a business working or not, and she said, well, the values and the way the business is run is contingent upon the owners. You are your business. If you don't have a checkup from the neck up, if you're not actually showing up with all the cylinders running, you're going to have a challenge. If you'd like to get my book for free, it's #1 bestseller. I've won every category. It was absolutely incredible what happened. I've been featured on ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, and all this stuff because I wrote the book on it. So if you want to get it for free, say yes, and all you need to do is go to ebook.findtofab.com. That's right, ebook.findtofab.com. Get the book. You'll be able to get the ebook there. Okay, so we're going to move forward, and I am excited to be able to do that. I'm going to show you how to get more free stuff later. Do you like free stuff? Say yes. Okay.